All right. I believe I'm live and we're here. So I've never done a live before. So I am Debbie. This is Living Purified, my online journey to living a purified life for Jesus Christ in my mind, body, and spirit. I've never done a live before, but I figured I would jump on because I've been getting a lot of comments and emails about accountability. And if you are watching live, go ahead and jump into the chat because I would love to hear your thoughts about accountability and what does that look like. I'm thinking about doing a live accountability talks, just different things people are struggling with. If you want to be anonymous, you can be anonymous. But also, if you want to jump in the chat or maybe even a call in and kind of really make this a very engaging interaction because accountability is so important. There was a sermon that was. I just listened to, and I went to church last Sunday, and the series is about Home Alone. So, right now we're in the Christmas season. A lot of people are watching Christmas movies, and this is a movie that a lot of people know about, the little boy wishing that he was home alone. Well, not home alone, but just his family would go away and then his wish comes true. And so the sermon was really interesting because I've been getting a lot of chats about, Deb, like, how do I hold myself accountable? How do I deal with this journey of being alone or being single and doing this, being in a relationship and doing this, waiting on God, or just doing this for the rest of your life? Now, I'm not sure what that journey looks like, but I know a lot of people are waiting up until a certain point, whether it's to meet someone, whether it's to marriage, maybe it's just a season. It's not something you're actually doing forever. It just depends. I've talked to all different types of people. But accountability talks, just let me know in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. Let me know what you think. Is this something that you would love to do and maybe continue to be a part of? Because I think, no, I know accountability is important. And it's not just about being abstinent or being celibate. It's just having community because we were not meant to do life alone. And I know that God definitely wants us to continue to grow and to talk to each other and to confess our sins to each other. So this should be really interesting. I am excited to do this and to come in and talk about things that I'm struggling with. And I can just start off the accountability talk right now is, I had an email the other day about, someone dealing with lust and porn and how that's a really struggle, going through that. What do you do with your urges? What are some tactics? Or this is what I was dealing with this week. And, or feeling lonely around the holidays or just in general. And one thing the pastor said in the sermon was, you're never actually truly alone. If you're a believer of Christ, you're never truly alone. You always have God to count on, to talk to. And this was something that I was just like, that is so true because being isolated is different than being alone. And being alone is something that a lot of people fear and they hate it and they don't want to do it. And I know for me, God speaks so what the sermon was about was also God does some of his best work when we're alone, when we're silent, when there's not a lot of busyness and we're just sitting in his presence, we're praying or we're just waiting to hear from him. And sometimes it's desperation, right? And so he was talking about how different people in the Bible, they had to isolate themselves. Like if you think about Jesus, he intentionally made time to be alone. Even though he had his tribe, he had his disciples, he made time to isolate himself to be with God. And it's really important. I'm realizing that more and more that to have this quiet time is really important for me to center myself. And one of the things that I'm doing now is doing affirmation. So talk about accountability. I am really working on right now in this season to change my mindset about what I am speaking. Because if everything I spoke came to life, what will my life look like? And that was a question that he said. And I was just, it like the Holy Spirit just like pierced me in the heart. It was just like, Debbie, what have you been saying about your life? What have you been saying? And, even today, there was so much going on. Like I've been really stressed and I'm dealing with a family medical surgery that's coming up. And it's just a lot going on. And this could be one of those seasons where I slip up or I just say, screw it, I'm going to do whatever. But I really want to stay fast and silence myself. I've been trying to intentionally not watch as much TV and media intake and just staying silent. I'm also a Bible study leader and I'm preparing for the year, and I really want to spiritually grow and mature on another level. I took this test about spiritual maturity and your spiritual gifts, different things that you feel like God is creating you to do. So I've been keeping myself busy just to talk about accountability. That's what I've been doing. And it's been good. It's been good. I'm not going to lie. I feel the anxiety coming up, and I'm just trying to keep myself not just busy, because I do feel like sometimes we say, oh, well, when you feel your sexual urges, or if you feel like you want to do it, go work out or go take a cold shower. But sometimes rest is a part of that self-care that we need. And I do feel like busyness is so great. Everybody's like, oh, go work out, oh, go work on a business, oh, go work on your finances, or oh, go volunteer. And that's great to do, right? But sometimes we need a break from all of the busyness. And that's something that I'm realizing, like, I need that break. I have not been back on Living Purified for almost 2 months. And that wasn't like, oh my gosh, what happened to you? It was just, whew, I need a break. But the crazy thing is, a lot of people kept coming back and emailing me on the website and saying, hey, Deb, I need some help. I want to honor God, but I don't know how to do this. And it would be great to just talk to someone or have some encouragement. And I realized that there's a lot of dope communities out there, small groups, there's resources, there's books. But I think for me, I would love to continue to do this live, and just weekly or even just bi-weekly, whatever it is. And we just talk in the comments, or you submit what your question is or what you're dealing with for the week, and we talk about it. And I'm not saying I have all the answers, because I don't know any, you know what I mean? I only know what I know, but definitely come in here and pray for you and talk about it and laugh. I don't know about crying. I mean, we'll see what, we'll see. But I'm not that emotional. I'm not that much of an emotional person. But yeah, this week has been crazy. I have not slipped up. I didn't watch any videos or anything like that. I haven't, but I did. It's getting harder. I will say this: being in a relationship and waiting until marriage to be intimate has been really testing. It's right now is, what is it? Cuddle season. No, cuffing season. What is it? Cuffing season? Cuddle, cuffing, whatever. It's a season to be touched. It's the season to be touched. And I am currently in a relationship, and I haven't been in a relationship in years. It's been 5 years since my last relation, 5, 6 years. I can't remember, but it's been that long, right? And so I've been used to being by myself on the holidays, chilling. Yeah, I have that frustration. Sometimes I wish I had somebody, and now I'm with someone, and the closer we're getting with each other, it's getting harder. And I have not been checking in my accountability, telling them, hey, he kissed me right here, or this happened, I slapped him right there. Like, I am not going to lie, I have not been checking in with the people who I wanted to hold me accountable during this season, because I just figured, okay, I'll pray about it. But the thing is, one thing the enemy does, and even ourselves, is that we can control it. We have enough willpower to do this, and really that's not the case. So I think this is a great way to release some of what's happening with me, and I hope that whoever's watching this or the replay or whatever, maybe even years from now, I don't even know, who will be watching this, but they can relate. When you're overwhelmed, you have anxiety, you have depression, or maybe you're in a great season. Let me not say that everybody's dealing with bad things. Some people are doing great. They just need tools on what to do when you do struggle, and when it is getting hard, and when you're single, or if you're dating, or if you're in a season where you're not entertaining anybody, you're just trying to focus on yourself. It just depends. I've been in all of those seasons. I've been even a season where I was like, screw it, God, I'm not doing this no more. This is too hard. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do, and screw it. So I remember those times where I was just like, yo, I cannot do this. I don't know how people have been doing this for 10 years, 15 years. Like, and what's so crazy is, speaking of accountability, it's been 4 years consistently. I've been waiting. My anniversary was in November, and now we're in December. And so it's been 4 years consistently. Now, I started, when did I start? About 8, 9 years ago. But then I kept slipping up, and I kept slipping up, and I kept slipping up. And so, it's not easy. It's really not easy. I'm just trying my best to hold fast and rely on God, rely on resources, talk about it, confess it whenever I stumble. My last video was literally me self-pleasuring. Like that was my last video. I confessed it to whoever was watching. This is really my journaling, not really some like promotional ministry or anything like that. I felt like God was like, share it, and you never know who may be affected. So that's what I decided to do. But my last video, I confessed like, hey, I fell. No, I did not end up doing the physical act, but I am starting to give in a little bit more into these urges, and it's getting more hard. And so one thing I was saying was like, I'm not praying for God to take away my natural urges because I want to use them one day, but I do believe I need to start saying a prayer of self-control and a prayer of just, mindfulness and affirmations, because when I was saying the affirmations, that was really helping me. And I was like, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm saying it. And one of the affirmations that came out was, I am not my trauma. And I was like, where did that come from? But I said it and I kept going with it. I was like, I'm not my trauma. I'm not my pain. It was kind of hard for me to do it. I was struggling. I was struggling with it. I was like, dang, okay, what else am I saying? I'm like, I am not my past. I'm not the pain that other people have inflicted on me. I was made for purpose. I am not just productive. I am more than my accomplishments. I am more than my titles. I have care. Like I am creating legacy. And sometimes I'm just saying it, right? And these affirmations, it was like, why am I doing this? But then I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep doing this. So in the car ride, driving to my mother's house, and I'm just saying this stuff to God, and I'm saying this stuff out loud instead of listening to the radio. I'm alone. I'm in a season where I'm alone and I'm talking to God. And I'm just saying things, even if I'm not seeing it manifest. I'm saying I'm wealthy. I'm saying that these things are happening for me. I'm saying that I'm donating millions of dollars to organizations that I love and care about. I am making impact. I am doing these things. Not just like, I don't know when this is going to happen. I'm just saying it. And, but I said, I'm going to start speaking what I want in my life, even if I don't believe it. And that's what he was saying in the sermon, was just, what would your life look like if everything you said came to life? And I was like, ooh, I got to start speaking it, even if I don't believe it, because I don't, so it was just like, yo, it's crazy. But that's really what's been going on this week. And, the holidays is a crazy time. My actual birthday is next week. It's next Tuesday. And so, yeah, it's a lot going on. I don't really have plans. I don't really like Christmas season a lot because it overshadows my birthday because everybody's thinking about the holidays. But I love Thanksgiving. That's my favorite holiday. But yeah, I accountability this week is just really getting into my word. I have been, you know what I've been studying? What I've been studying is Peter. There's this Jesus, he called Peter Simon Peter. So no, his name was Simon. I'm going to butch this up, but who cares? It's in John, I think 21. I should probably pull this up. But in John 21, I was reading this in my devotional, and I was like, I remember my pastor talking about Jesus calling Simon Peter for some reason. Like he came up with it. So I really like dug deeper into why Jesus called him two names, because out of all of the 12 disciples, he kept their names, John, all the rest of them. I can't remember their names right now, which is horrible, but still. But Peter in the Bible, it says Peter is the disciple that Jesus loved. And so one of the reasons why I want to talk about this real quick is I was just like, man, why did God speak to Peter? Why did he call him Peter and not Simon? But it was like the Bible keeps saying, okay, this you're acting like Simon, the reckless guy. He don't have no control. He's just doing whatever. And Peter, it means rock. It means you're stable. This is your, Jesus saw that he could be something more than what he was. And he spoke it into him. So this is relating back to what I was saying about affirmations and speaking things into existence, even if it's not in front of you. And so I was just digging into that story, and I was just like, man, this is good. It has nothing to do with, but it's just what's been going on in my life and what I've been studying and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up. I don't have anything else to talk about, but that's my accountability talk. Let me know in the comments what you think. And I know I kind of said a lot of different things, but at the same time, I would love to hear your feedback. And I appreciate everybody that emails and contacts me and says, hey, this is what I'm struggling with. And for everybody that says celibacy is not the same as abstinence, you are right. Some people are literally celibate to the day they die. They made a vow. That is so true. But typically, most people, modern times, they are calling it celibate. But abstinence is abstaining from sexual activities or whatever it is for the Lord for a season. Everybody is different. I am never going to assume that everybody that's watching me is a believer of Jesus Christ. And so, but I do want to share my experience. And then, if it inspires other people, great. If it doesn't, people get angry. They're like, what are you talking about? Why are you? I had a comment. I remember this comment. This lady said, or guy, whatever, literally said, this is so private. Why are you going on the internet sharing this? You need to just be celibate and abstinent by yourself. Don't talk about it. It's just so weird. And she's like, just go in prayer. It's not that hard. And I was just like, it's not that hard. Maybe for you, it's not that hard, but it's been difficult for me. And so, thank God that I made it to another 4 years of consistently. Now, I'm not going to say perfectly, but at least falling actually into the act of sexual before marriage and different things like that. But thank you so much for watching. And this is the first live stream I've ever done. And really hope that you enjoyed it. Why am I doing this with my hands? What am I doing? So I'm going to get off here because I don't know what I'm doing now, but I will see you on the next video. Bye.